It's SEC basketball on ESPN. And we are inside Rupp Arena as the Wildcats, in front of another packed house, will play host to the South Carolina Gamecocks. Down, rebound to Goodwin as we look at our South Carolina keys to win.
And that's what they want to do, control the tempo, play at a slower pace. And offensively, they want to move that fella right there out on the floor, get him away from the rim where he could block shots.
Noel working on the freshman Carrera. Harrow, Poitras.
Sharing the basketball. That's what Calipari has talked about all season long in game. And I think a lot of that has to do because Willie Cauley-Stein was on the bench. He's getting more minutes. He's a great addition because he's a stretch four for Kentucky.
How about Mays knocking down the three and got fouled by Ellington in the process? A 4-point opportunity coming up for the Cats. That'll be the second on Ellington.
Great penetration and the kick out. That's what Calipari's talking about when we got to subjugate ourselves for our teammates. A very good three-pass possession two possessions ago, and then
Harrow gets past Smith. Reverse layup is good. Ryan Harrow averaging 10 points a game, gets his first two. By 11, 80-69, the final score from Fayetteville. Noel, Harrow, off to Goodwin.
This is as well as I've seen Kentucky pass the ball all year long.
Left it short, tapped around and saved by Harrow.
Cauley-Stein looks like a point guard on that possession.
Here's Mays.
Zone has bothered Kentucky during the season at times.
Blocking foul against Carrera. So Cauley-Stein to the free throw line with a three-point opportunity.
Against the zone, that's where you want to get the ball. High post, short corner. Cauley-Stein catches it just below the elbow. One dribble penetration. Because advantage.
Three-point play for Cauley-Stein. And the takeaway, Ellington picked by Harrow, who lays it up and in. Richardson. Inside to Jackson. That's swatted out of there by you-know-who. The other way. Richardson misses the layup.
He didn't block that one, but he might have affected the shot.
Harrow, reverse.
That's a big-time play, the Euro step from Ryan Harrow.
Timeout, South Carolina.
See a lot of bodies on the floor. Kentucky first to the floor. Outstanding Euro step from the point guard that they've been counting on. Big guys getting on the floor for Kentucky. That's a tough reverse layup right there.
Thus the two free throws. Didn't matter, missed them both. Good one right down the lane.
Athleticism and explosiveness. When he hit the midcourt line, he was just by everybody.
With three of those bigs on the floor, and that's what Willie Cauley-Stein can bring you right there. Just goes up over everybody and then feeds the monster that is Kyle Wiltshire.
And that's what that guy can bring you. Three-point shooting.
The national team back in the '84 Olympics.
and this is what we're talking about, Dave. He's like a Ryan Kelly from Duke and Eric Murphy from Florida, a big.
Coach Calipari was talking about. Can't afford that. A little run out, but then when you got Noel back there.
72-42 turnovers Kentucky to their opponents.
No chance for Smith over
Get your
Noel.
head up. Get your head up.
Hadkevichus fouls Goodwin. Tonight, now 101 on the year.
One less dribble, shoot the pull-up, or take it underneath the basket and use the rim as a protector. You're not getting that off against that.
Off the window, Harrow. Ryan Harrow now with 10. He's 5 out of 5 from the field. Coach Stoops here at Kentucky, making a late push. Looks like he may have a really good signing class, considering he just got this job. Shot clock violation with the horn. Sounds. Doesn't stop Cauley-Stein. A nice friendly roll inside rough.
And the reason the play happened, Dave, was way too slow on his release, which enabled Cauley-Stein to get out and block the shot. And then no defensive balance by Eric Smith for South Carolina.
12-minute mark. And it has been all Kentucky since then. Mays fires. That's a three. He has 9. That's the third three for the Cats. Choose in the first half. Goodwin to the basket. Got it to go.
Looks like a big-time player tonight, Goodwin.
Boy, the Cats are efficient offensively. Shot clock at 7. Here's Archie Goodwin.
He doesn't see it.
Mays does. Fires and connects. Mays with his third three of the game. Give him a dozen game-high honors.
Ball in his hand a little bit.
Boy, had a great year for the Gamecocks on the gridiron. Alley-oop to Noel, who goes with a left-hand slam.
High percentage shot. You're seeing Eric Smith and Lakeem Jackson out there. Both young guys that went to the Price School in Asheville, North Carolina. Where David Gaines, the head coach, has won 6 of 8 North Carolina state titles. Powell is not happy with Goodwin's box out.
Cauley-Stein, good catch. Has 16 points for the Gamecocks, who trail by 15. Paulson, Cauley-Stein, not a bad play. And the 7-footer can take one step and slam it home.
A little bit, and they can settle for the jump hook.
Jackson. 5 blocks for Noel. Now Nerlens working in the paint.
Now, here's what I love about the move. He got deep into the lane. He blocks so many shots from the help side. You're not going to change your shot like that. And then, of course, Frank McGuire started it, coached from 65 to 80 here, and had that New York pipeline. John Roach, Dunleavy, Kevin Joyce.
Mays will knock it down. 15 for Julius Mays. Came in averaging 9.
Emerging is the veteran of this team. Making shots, making threes, big free throws down the stretch against Texas A&M. They're counting.
Poitras put back, counted.
See, that's not acceptable. Kaichinis has to box out on the free throw line. You have inside position, put your tail in there, and drive him up the lane.
Kentucky will have Auburn in this building on Saturday. Then next Tuesday, on Super Tuesday, it's a trip down to Gainesville. Noel, now in double figures.
And if Ryan Harrow could play off of ball screens like that, Liggins and Deron Lamb in the locker room, they're missing those voices on this version of Kentucky basketball.
There he is, the drive from Mays, the lob to Cauley-Stein. Harrow.
Wonderful play. Got his shoulders by the defender, Ellington.
8.5 hours. It all starts. Robert Kimdichie at 7:35 a.m. John Hood gets in the game.
They'll be fine.
Well, Kentucky will go to 16-6, 7-2, a game back of Florida. South Carolina will drop to 12-10, 2-7 in conference play. Frank Martin, John Calipari. 77-55 is our final score. Coming up next, ESPNU National Signing Day preview show. So for the coach, Dino Gaudio, and the rest of our exceptional ESPNU Super Tuesday crew, I'm Dave Neal saying so long from Lexington, Kentucky. We will see you down the road.